It can be incredibly frustrating when I see headlines that do not resemble what's actually happening in the real estate market, especially when I see things that are fear-mongering, like the market isn't moving, or it's not a good time to buy, or the sky is falling. These are great headlines, but it doesn't resemble what's actually happening. So let's talk about 2026. No hype, no fear, just facts. Because real estate decisions should be made with strategy, not emotion. If you're wondering whether 2026 is a good time to buy a home, you're not behind, you're not late, and you're definitely not alone. Buyers are paying closer attention now than they have in many years, and that's actually a great thing. And I want to talk you through 3 reasons 2026 could be a really solid opportunity, especially if you're thinking long-term. Let's start with appreciation, because this is where people tend to lose the plot. Real estate has never been about perfect timing. Historically, home values tend to double about every 18 years. And that includes recessions, rate hikes, global chaos, all of it. Housing doesn't disappear during hard times. In fact, people still need a place to live. And one of the biggest advantages to buying real estate is that it's one of the best hedges against inflation. With a fixed rate loan, your payment stays the same while everything else gets more expensive. Groceries go up, gas goes up, but your mortgage doesn't have to. And here's the part people forget. You can renegotiate your rate later if rates go down, but a fixed rate is not going to go up. And that's a one-way door for renegotiation in your favor. If it's an investment property, you've got even more levers: appreciation over time, principal pay down from rent, flexibility, tax write-offs. A lot of people build wealth quietly this way. It's not overnight, but it is consistent. And the truth of the matter is that boring wealth is usually the most effective way to grow wealth. What may feel mundane and boring is actually just stepstones to success. Now let's talk inventory, because this one actually changes the experience of buying a home. At the peak of the market, we were sitting around half a month of inventory in a lot of Central Texas areas, and that was basically take it or leave it. But right now, we're closer to about 6 months of inventory in many markets. And that means you get choices. There's no longer fighting 10 other buyers just to get a showing. And bidding way over list price is a thing of the past. You get to choose what works for you, not getting what's left over. And this is where the power comes back to buyers. You get to negotiate price, ask for repairs, seller credits, rate buy downs. Things that had basically disappeared for a while are back on the table. Back in the day, people were waiving inspections, but now you have time to get to know the property and decide what you want to do. This is a healthy market, and healthy markets reward prepared buyers. Now, let's talk rates, because this is the part that makes the headlines. No, rates aren't in the 2 to 3% range, and honestly, that's not a bad thing. It took us a pandemic to get there. The Federal Reserve has signaled a slower but lower path forward. Fewer dramatic moves, and more stability. Most projections are pointing to mortgage rates settling in the low 6s, possibly upper 5s, depending on the economic data. And here's what matters. Lower or stable rates paired with more inventory is a pretty sweet spot. When rates were super low, the competition was insane. People were offering $200,000 over list price. But now buyers get affordability because prices have adjusted downward, and leverage with stable rates. So if rates improve later, you can of course refinance. And even better, if rates improve later, you can refinance. And if they don't, then you bought in a more balanced market. Waiting for the perfect rate often backfires. Prices adjust, competition comes back, and the goalpost moves. So when you look at 2026, you've got 3 things lining up. Long-term appreciation that rewards staying the course, inventory that gives buyers choice and negotiation power, and a rate environment that is stabilizing instead of swinging wildly. This is not about rushing. It's about being informed. So if you're thinking about buying in 2026, the smartest thing you can do is understand your options early. No pressure, no panic, just a plan. So if you've got questions about your timing, your budget, or what it actually looks like to purchase in Georgetown, Round Rock, Austin, or anywhere nearby, that's what we're here for. And we offer free consultations to walk you through all of it. The best decisions are made from a place of power and knowledge, not fear.